This is my Greek shoes story. It's a negotiating story designed to illustrate certain points. This happened to me 27 years ago on my honeymoon. Married for 27 years, but the magic is still there. So 27 years ago, we went to the Greek islands on honeymoon. And the sand was so hot you couldn't walk on it. I was burning my feet on the sand. And I decided to get myself a pair of flip-flops. And next to the beach, there was this little Greek market, and they were selling handmade leather sandals. And we had a look around all the various stalls, my wife of one day and I, and we looked around these stalls and found the best pair. They were only £4. Now, should I negotiate, do you think? It is a Greek market. And I thought, yeah. So I said to my wife, what's this? I'm going to negotiate. And she went, oh, that'll be good, because back then everything I did was impressive and wonderful. So I went up to the Greek shoe sales guy and said to him, I quite like these shoes. I think they're nice. I'll give you £2 for them. And he said, no, the price is 4. And I said, I know, but I'm offering you 2. And he said, no, they're very good shoes. They are worth 4. I want 4. So I said, all right, I'll give you £2.50 then. And he said, no, I want 4 or nothing. At this point, my wife's going, it's not going very well, is it, Chris? And I'm going, no, don't worry, this is normal. So I said to the guy, all right, I'll give you 3, but that's it. And he said, no, I want 4. So I said, all right, I'll give you £3.50, but that really is it. And he went, no, 4. So what should you do in this situation? Well, I said to him, right, forget it. Right, we're off. Come on, dear, we're leaving. And we walked away. And as we walked away, my wife said, well, that was a bit of a failure, wasn't it? And I said, no, don't worry, it's normal. He'll come running after us. So we went away, and we kind of went round the corner like this, and we waited. And every now and then I had a quick look round the corner, look round there like that to see. And of course, the guy's not going to come. He's just standing at his stall. He's just lining up his shoes. And he's just not going to come. So I'm waiting there with my wife. And she's going, he's not going to come, is he? And I'm going, we'll give him a bit longer. He's not going to come. And it became obvious he just wasn't going to come. And I thought, oh, what am I going to do now? So I came up with a cunning plan. And I said to my wife, could you just go back round there and buy them for me? Guess what she said? She said, no, it's your mess. You've got to get out of it. The shape of things to come. So I thought, oh, I can't go back. So I came up with a second cunning plan. My second cunning plan was to go back the next day in disguise and buy them. So I had to burn my feet for a whole day on the beach. And then the next day, I went back with a big floppy hat on and sunglasses and things to buy them. Of course, as soon as I got within about 20 feet of the stall, the bloke recognised me. The disguise didn't work at all. And he went, oh, come back for the shoes, have you? Size 9, I think they were. Luckily for me, he'd still got them at the same price as £4, because he could have put it up, couldn't he, when he knew I was desperate. So I had to pay the £4, and it was total humiliation. And I can still remember it. Here I am, 27 years later, still remembering it. And I was thinking, what should I have done in that situation? Now, I could have just bought some different shoes somewhere else, but they would have been more expensive and worse. That would have been lose-lose. And I think the answer, and this is really what this story is about, the answer is to crumble. So what I should have done is just come back from round the corner and say, oh, go on, you're too good for me. What the hell, I'll buy them. Because what's he going to do? He's not going to go, no, I'm not selling them to you now. It's going to be fine. So providing I can overcome my pride and crumble, then that's fine. I should have either bought them there and then and just said, oh, go on, I'll give you 4. Or I should have walked away just in case he was going to chase me, because sometimes they do chase you. The gondola man in Venice did chase after us, and we did get a bargain. So it's okay to try walking away, but if it doesn't work, you've got to come back round again and say, oh, go on, you're too good for me. Now, in a work context, you may have the same sort of thing, and it's perfectly all right to walk away at work. Because you can come back a day later and say, well, I've been talking to my boss, we're going to make an exception, or we've freed up some money from another budget, or we've increased our bank loan, or whatever. So I think it's perfectly all right to come back and say, we found a way to buy them and we're really pleased that we can buy it from you because it's the best one. Once you realise you can crumble, once you learn to crumble without shame, it's brilliant, because everything becomes negotiable then. You've got nothing to lose. What have you got to lose? Just go in, just make them an outrageous offer, move up a bit, see what happens. Half the time you'll get it, half the time you'll have to crumble. And it's worth it for those half the times when you do get a bargain. So, crumble, don't do what I did and burn your feet for another day and go back in disguise. It's not a good plan.